An ELO is an expanded learning opportunity, sometimes referred to as an extended learning opportunity. Essentially, the goal is to involve the student when learning that goes outside of the classroom.
Ever since I was little, I wanted to be a nurse.
The idea is that learning can happen anywhere, and this program itself allows for students to see beyond just the traditional classroom, actually really enjoying learning outside of the school.
Our ELO program is very new. It's actually just about 2 years old. The students get support through the career curriculum in 9th grade, and then students in 10th grade are working on campus with a mentor to complete their ELO. And 11th grade students are doing field experiences.
Do you think we should do like a before and after blog?
Potatoes, right? Yeah. Roasted potatoes with asparagus and filet mignon.
When we seek out an ELO mentor, we're not necessarily looking for an educator. We're looking for someone who's experienced in their craft, what they do, and someone who's very involved in the community.
If a mentor has experience with working with students and being able to understand that they're high school students and being patient with that process, that's key. And also just the ability to connect with our students. So I do look for mentors that share similar backgrounds to students so that way they can kind of share their stories and make it more realistic.
Rosemary.
Rosemary
And garlic roasted tomatoes you guys are making. My name is AJ Thomas. I'm the pastry chef at Capriccio's restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island. I've cooked ever since I was 15. If you work out and you got a lot of muscles, then your muscles will be tough and rough. So this is the back part of the cow. This muscle right here.
Every project has an essential question that they should be able to answer from their experience.
My question was how to make healthy, affordable meals look well and taste nice.
So that it won't stick.
I try to connect it to science mostly because cooking basically is a science. It starts from growing the food and what it does in your body. So I tell them when they buy things to always look at the ingredients, see what's in it.
This is different than my classroom work because it's not, like I'm not sitting at a desk and I'm not writing 100 things at a time. So I feel like it's both educational and fun at the same time.
This one.
My name is Pedro, and I'm about 8 weeks into my ELO, and I'm doing DJing and producing. On the first day, I just thought like the inside of the place was cool, and then I thought Justin was cool. Every class, I try to like learn a little of what he's doing and try to maybe I could put it together one day and be like considered a decent DJ.
I start them off with turntables, regular turntables. I like to show them what a record is, you know, because some kids have never seen a record or a record player. Then we move up to technology that people are currently using. And then the basics of what you need to do if you're a DJ.
What's that?
You know, if you go into a big grand ballroom and they say, we want you to DJ here, your first question is what?
Where's
the power? Yeah, because if it's way across the room, you might have to move. It's situational teaching.
I like the freedom we have in our ELO. We're able to go hands-on with it. Like he guides us to the right way, but we're supposed to like try to pick it up by ourselves.
What does it mean to be professional? That is the question that we're looking at today. Our ELOs involve a rigorous academic component. Students are required to take an ELO class. So 9th grade class is the career class, and there's a curriculum and there's a textbook. As far as the ELOs themselves, those are also aligned to the Common Core standards. So every student is required to research, they're required to write, and they also are required to present. So I like how Alex started, I believe, so it's complete sentences, that's how you're getting your credit for it. So I believe that. Every week they are responsible for creating blogs. So they have to reflect on their own learning experiences, the essential question, or their final product.
I think the blogging has been good for me because if I ever want to go back and read about like what I was doing and what my experiences, like what I've learned, I could go back to my blogs and reread them. It helps it stick in your mind for longer.
So it seems like you're more interested in this than maybe you were when you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I started, I thought it was gonna be like a boring, not fun thing to do, and then like after I went to the first class, I just wanted to keep coming back because it was so interesting.
The project culminates with a presentation and a research paper for all ELO students.
Last year, we implemented badges, and that was a way for students to earn what we felt was marketable skills. Creativity, professionalism, responsibility, civic engagement. It will bring the program to a whole nother level if we're able to connect the industry standards and find some certification programs.
Yeah,
To design a successful ELO, there are several logistical pieces. We had talked about setting one of our students up in one of the welding workshops. I think it was, that includes transportation, insurance, making sure we're in accordance with state labor policies, coordinating student schedules. Communication is vital to the ELO process. Communicating with parents is vital. Regular check-ins with mentors. Communicating with teachers is also important. I sit down with students about twice a month to check in with them about their ELO.
Things are going good. The first week we made Alfredo.
So it's kind of a science.
It's kind of like science. Yeah, it's actually really much like science.
Yeah.
Some of the tips that I would suggest is planning ahead. So definitely making those connections, networking with community partners as early as possible is huge. Students are learning a lot in their ELO projects. They're learning beyond just the academics. They're also learning professionalism. They're learning creativity. They're learning how to think outside the box. Time management is a huge one.
It taught me how to work with different groups of people that I've never met. So when I go into a new job setting, I'm not nervous. I'm working with new people. I'm more comfortable.
I learned that I'm more of a hands-on person. I rather learn from like doing it myself rather than somebody just telling me how to do it. Knowing that will make stuff in my future easier.
I had mentors when I was a teenager, and I understand how important it is to have someone to look up to and people that are doing positive things and to kind of emulate them.
I'm just always so happy to see how they've grown and that they just understand just a little bit more about their community, a little bit more about the world, and a little bit more about themselves.